Welcome to another Let's
Let's
Talk
talk
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
My name is Jerry,
And I'm Tara.
and we are here on behalf of Deeper Life Gospel Center's social media team. Woo woo. And we want to first give a big shout out to our pastor, Pastor Wade A. Bill Sr. Hey, Pastor. So we're going to get started today with this question. And it is, would you rather be proposed to in private or in front of family and friends?
I've actually thought about this and I actually would want it in private just because
Mm,
I don't know. Like I know I would know that I would want to marry this person, but
yeah.
I don't know. I just want it to be like an intimate, moment. Then we could tell
Yeah.
people about it if that's the case, but I kind of just want
Um,
it to be that intimate moment.
so like you would rather have like the whole setup, like you come into a room or something and this guy's got it all decked out and
Yeah.
he surprises you and it's special just between you two.
Hmm.
And then you can just have an engagement party. That's what those are
There you
for, right?
go. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know, I just feel like too many eyes. He already nervous. Then you're gonna make him extra nervous with the extra
Right,
people. So yeah, so just like a
right.
not so stressful
Yeah.
moment, but
I was proposed to inside of the jewelry store.
oh.
I was surprised. We was in the mall actually in the Zales,
Hmm.
just looking like we was just randomly. Well, I thought we was randomly in the mall, but in my mind we was just randomly in the mall and went in Zales and was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. We just looking at jewelry, like, oh, that's cute. Oh yeah, that's cool. Da da da. And I, picked. He picked a ring up and was like, "Do you like this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's cute." And then he put that one back. He's like, "Well, what about this?" And I'm looking. I was like, "Oh, that one's cute, cute little ring." And and we looking, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cute." So I'm looking. So I done turned around. He down on his knee. I'm out.
Uh,
I was like, ah, okay, I see what you did. Yeah, it was
uh,
cute. It was cute, and it wasn't like a whole lot of people in there, so it
hmm.
wasn't like too, too many
Right.
people up in the mix.
Yeah.
But it was cute. Needless to say, here's my ring, guys.
There it is.
Put out myself.
Yeah, because I know people like picking out rings together, but I wonder how many people like actually do that and propose like while they're picking out.
Right. Because I mean, I guess it's more like if you feel like you don't really quite, you wouldn't know what kind of ring the
Hmm.
person would want. So
Yeah.
I guess it would be smart to be like, well, let me just go into, a jewelry store or something, or maybe a specific jewelry store and just see
Hmm.
what you think or see, or on
Yeah.
like in your case, that could happen way in advance. You could just be in the jewelry store and then once he know what you like,
Right.
then later he can set the whole thing up.
Yeah, and I know people that do that. I actually haven't heard of, them because people will go because they know they're gonna get married eventually. So they like, I want
Mm-hmm.
to see what you like. But yeah, he is just like, well, let me do this here
Do
then.
it right here. And I'm trying to think how we talked about it. I don't even think we had really talked about it. Like I don't think this was like something. I don't know. I think I just wasn't thinking about it. We was just together and we was, you know,
Hmm.
kicking it and enjoying each other. And then like, oh, okay. So yeah, y'all let us know in the comment section below. Which would you rather? Would you rather be proposed to in front of everybody, like family and friends, or would you rather have an intimate setting and have this person propose to you, and it's all romantic or however they decide to do it. Y'all comment, let us know. I'm curious
Mhm.
because everybody likes something different, you know? Yeah. Okay, so as you all know, in season 2, we have been reading inserts from this book called 30 Days to Taming Your Tongue. And today's tongue is the betraying tongue. Okay? The betraying tongue. And the scripture that goes along with it is a gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy man keeps a secret. So, you know, man, this is a rough one because it's hard to like find people who will keep your secret, you know, or you tell them something and they don't have, you know, go tell everybody. You know, it's hard to find that kind of person nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I
I-
got like one person, you know, outside of, you know, the husband. Uh, one person that I feel like I could tell something and they would never say anything.
Mhm.
One.
Right. Yeah. Right. A few.
Mm-hmm. Cause you gotta think
But
about it
I,
like,
yeah, like you can, and it's like you could think that people won't tell your stuff, and they end up telling it, and it's like, ooh. So I would think that I have a few. So it's
right, because it's like I'm talking about won't tell, but will not even your mama. Like
Mhm,
this person will not tell my mama, my husband, nobody.
mhm.
Like if I say don't say nothing, they ain't gonna say nothing. Even if I
Yeah,
don't say nothing, they ain't gonna say nothing. Cause that's the kind of relationship that we have, you know. And I'm glad I at least got one person
right.
that I can do that kind of stuff with. But
And I've
have
had
you
a situation where it was like a group of us, and we was like, whatever said in here won't get out or nothing like that. We keep it in the room. No one person. And I find out because the person they told come to me like, "Oh, I heard such a like." Wow, I was just like in shock, literally, like,
God.
like really.
It's
So
always
like,
on. Can't
yeah.
keep
So hmm
can't keep it to themselves.
you just gotta have that discernment, like who you can tell. If they
Yeah,
gossiping about other people, you probably can't tell them
that
your
part.
business.
See, because earlier in this season of Let's Talk Tuesday, we talked about the gossiping tongue, I believe.
Yeah.
And if that's you, I will not be telling you nothing.
Mhm.
You can forget about learning anything about Jerry because I do not need you spread my business.
Mhm.
It's okay. I I'm sure I've been betrayed before. I just can't think of it right now. I done probably either forgiven him and moved on or just forgot about it and ain't got time to be thinking about that person.
Right. And
But
like it could have been something in the past that was like so serious to you, but now you probably just like it was a trivial.
right? And it's crazy too, like because some stuff, I don't know, it's just not as important no more.
Hmm.
Like it could have happened, like you said, it could have happened then and it could have really affected me then, but like same thing could probably happen now and I'd be like,
Right.
whatever, you know, it's fine. I ain't
Yeah.
worried about it. Cause at this point, like at some point you realize I know what I did or didn't do. I know what I said or didn't say.
Hmm.
So there's really no need for me to get all excited about it and worked up over it. You know,
Right.
why?
Hmm.
So, and y'all type in the comments. Let us know, you know, about, you know, the betraying tongue. Have you had somebody betray you and what happened? Like, tell us. We want to know. So every tongue in this book, 30 Days to Taming Your Tongue, has an affirmation at the end of each chapter. And the affirmation for the betraying tongue is I am a trustworthy person and can be depended upon to keep a confidence. So like these affirmations are kind of like little confessions, that you like, cause you're it's like you declaring and decreeing over yourself, like this is what I am. Like if you know you don't betray somebody, the affirmation, you read it and you say, you know what, this is from here on out, this is what I'm saying I'm gonna do and I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be betraying people and putting my mouth on people's, business to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's that. So today, we want to talk about Minister Kim Billingsley's message from Sunday, and she talked about strategy. What did she call it? Strategy.
Uh,
It was
it was
another
like
word.
tuning up, or like
It was
God said,
something
and
about strategy,
mm-hmm.
but she said a lot of things.
She did.
But something I actually like remember from it that's like right in the front of my mind is watch what you say. I believe at some point she said, watch what you say.
Mm-hmm.
And and she said that in regards to like this season that we're in, as far as like coming out of certain things. And what you say is important. And I say that all the time to people. Like words are powerful. Like it's the part in the Bible that says something about idle words. You'll be like judged for every idle word that come out your mouth. Like God's going to remember every single word that you say. So I just feel like we need to really speak with purpose,
Mm-hmm.
right? With intent, and keep and remember that He is going to remember every word that you say, every idle word that you speak. You know, and I've kind of like translate that word idle to like empty words, or like just you just talking, but you're
Yeah.
not really talking about nothing. You know, talk with some purpose. Let what you say be a blessing to somebody. It's just like the book, The 30 Days to Tame Your Tongue. If what you say can't be a blessing to somebody in some type of way, you probably shouldn't say it.
Right.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was listening to that. What stuck out to me was the beginning, her talking about her getting the car, because I'm like, I'm in the same boat over here. But and I'm
Right.
just like, yes, Lord, speak to me, do me the same way, okay? But
Right.
but yeah, just like the keep persevering thing, and uh keep going for what you want, going for what you desire, and but still, you know, staying in that with God, and not necessarily going your own way, but telling God, like you said, being purposeful with our words, telling God what we want, telling God what we desire, so He can strategize, like you've been talking about, to get us to where He wants us to be and where we want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that was something that stood out to me, and just not being so discouraged, but keep fighting and keep going and things like that.
Yeah.
Because so
Like
many obstacles can come up, but it's all about us keeping our eyes on God in the process.
do not quit. And she said something too about like she told a story about I don't know, was it like a race or something?
Mm-hmm.
Or it was something like in the person had almost got to the end,
Yeah.
and they gave up. They quit. And they only had like a little bit left, like a little bit of whatever it was left to go, and they quit. And then after they quit, they discovered that they only had that little bit left. And it kind of reminds me of when you exercise and you work out. Um, trainers will tell you like it's when you get tired that you should keep going, because that's when it's really the most effective, because now you're pushing yourself, and you building up endurance, and like then the next time you come and work out, you'll be able to do more because you didn't quit when it got hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it made me think about when she said, she told that story, getting so close to something and then just being like, what, forget it. Like, have you gotten close to something and you was working on something and you was just like, I'm out. I'm done.
And working out, I was just working out yesterday. Like, and I just specifically was doing wall sits, and those are like,
Ooh.
and so like I'm at the point where I'm like I actually did like stand up, and she was like 5 more seconds. I'm like, dang. He was
Ooh.
like, you could have handled that further. Like, so like what you said, pushing yourself past that point,
Yeah.
of, where you feel like you can't do it anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that reminded me of that moment.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
definitely agree. It's funny because like when I did used to work out with my trainer, it was like I can't figure I couldn't figure out if I liked it better when she did a counting or when she
Mhm.
didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Like she would be like, okay, y'all start doing sit-ups or something, but she won't count.
Mhm.
She'll be like, just go till I tell you to stop. So like you don't know
Right.
when would that be?
I think it's all a mental thing too. It's like, because it's like if you know how long it is, you I don't know, it's like you start to get tired earlier, like
Yeah.
like if it's 10 more seconds left, you like, okay, at that 1 second and they counting down, like you getting tired. But it feels like 20 more seconds and they said it
Oh
was,
my God.
you know, and they said it was
Yeah.
longer and didn't count, like you could last longer because you don't know
You don't
exactly.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless
all
you
you
count in
know
your
is
head.
oh no, right? Right. All you know is I've been going. And then sometimes somewhere in there you be like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been going for this long. And then sometimes like the trainer won't be counting out loud, but they actually are counting. And then you keep going and you keep going and they see you trying to give up and they keep pushing you and you let that motivate you. And then at the end, they be like, you just did 100 sit-ups.
Right.
You be like, what?
Mhm.
And it's like, that's what you get when you don't quit.
Yeah. And like even with the person I work out with, like she'll say 20 seconds and it'd be actually like 30 seconds that went past and she'd just count the last 5 seconds. Like just to kind of get you in that pushing
Like,
yourself,
trick you into it.
Yeah.
Going. And sometimes you do have to trick yourself into, moving forward and pushing through. Like, 'cause sometimes it'd be like, you be like,
Mhm.
God, what is we doing? Because I'm not him really. Her message was really encouraging. Like, and if you all didn't see it, definitely go to our YouTube channel and check it out. It will have her name on it. Kim Billingsley is her name. And check it out. It was very, very encouraging, just encouraging to not give up and not quit. I know in this time right now with all the stuff that's going on, I know it seems probably easier to just be like, you know what, I quit. I give up. I'm done. I can't do it no more. And I've definitely felt that before. Just I'm I'm tired. You just feel that I'm just tired. Mentally, spiritually, physically, just drained.
Mhm.
And, her message really encouraged us to, you know, not give up, and keep our eyes on Jesus, right? And don't pay attention to them circumstances. Just know that God makes a way out of no way. He always come through.
Yeah.
Always. So let that encourage you. If don't nothing else encourage you, just be like, well, God, I don't know what you're gonna do. Because even she was saying in her own, she kind of gave a testimony within her message about her job and not knowing what she was gonna do, but she said, okay, God, what's the strategy? Like, I like that she asked God for a strategy. Like, I feel like that's
Mhm.
not something you hear people say that they do. We talk to God and we say what we need, but I think that's because sometimes we be expecting God to just do a miracle,
Mhm.
but it's like, yes, he can and he does and he will, if that's in his will in his will, and that if that's his plan for your life, if that's in his plan for your life, yes, a miracle is definitely possible. But I like the idea of strategizing with Jesus. Like, he's like the best person to brainstorm with and strategize with. He know the end from the beginning, so I'm like, I think I'm gonna start asking God, so what's the strategy? What's the
Right.
strategy, God? So what parts am I gonna do? Like, I need you to tell me,
Yeah,
like,
like what
okay,
I
what
need to
parts you
do in
want me to do?
this. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't like to ask that. Sometimes we think because God can do all and He's over all and knows all and everything, we just expect Him to do everything. And it's like, well, nah, you actually do
Mhm.
have to do something, and the only way you're gonna know what that is, hey, ask God, what's the strategy?
And I think about that because some people may think like you don't necessarily need to know the how and things like that. But with God telling you the strategy may to just be patient, just to wait, just to sit, just to listen, just to let
Yeah,
it unfold, So asking
yeah,
for the strategy that could just give you some clarity, like, okay, God is telling me to wait. God is telling me
yeah.
to do this, so
Yeah, you're right. And that's the thing about asking God stuff. You may not get the answer that you want. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared that He might tell you to do something that requires you to be still, mentally, physically, emotionally. You gotta prepare yourself for whatever. It's like you gotta be open,
right.
you know. Listen, Yolanda Adams made a song called Open Up My Heart. And you gotta do that. You gotta open your heart.
Mhm.
Because if you don't, you're going to box God in, into one way of doing things, and you're gonna be disappointed because that's not how He rolls. He can do anything, any type of way He want to do it. So just like be open to God's creativity in your life, and be open to His strategy and ask Him what it is.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
we
it's
just got to be open.
the obedience in it. That's the main thing that move us forward with God. Like He just wait for you to be obedient, wait for you to listen to what He's telling you to do.
Mhm. And
Mhm.
it's something about that word obedience, that sometimes I think can rub people the wrong way. Especially when you grown or whatever, you feel like, yeah, well, I'm grown. So
Mhm.
everybody gonna
Or they
tell
be
me,
like, God give us free will, but
right? I don't have to do anything. Okay.
you
You
don't,
don't,
but
but I mean, God not gonna steer you in the wrong direction. So if you're gonna listen to somebody, you why not listen to God? We could take advice from all these other people. People take advice from famous people that they don't even know. You take advice sometimes from your family and your close friends, but God knows even more than your family and your close friends, you know?
Mhm.
So that's who you need to be, sitting down and having a meeting with. Everybody want to have meetings and brainstorm and strategize.
Mhm.
Have a meeting with God. You and God and them. Okay. The Holy Spirit there, he got you. Jesus there, he got you. God there. Listen, all four of y'all can have a nice little meeting, okay, and figure out your life.
Right. Yes.
And I also like the tune up,
Yeah.
like a car. Like and
Like,
it's so funny too. Like I was just thinking, like, what? I probably should get a tune up on my car. I was thinking that the other day because it was just, I don't know, it just feel weird. Like my car feels like something. Like it's nothing major, like seem like,
mhm.
but it just feels like maybe I just need to get a tune up, you
Mhm.
know? And like she said, listen, tune it out. Okay. She said God sets the strategy and tunes up our lives. That's a blessing. He
Mhm.
set the strategy. So we still don't have to try to figure it out. So y'all know
Right.
we not contradicting none of the other messages that we talked about. We still this is not us trying to figure it out.
Mhm.
Okay, a strategy. What would you say a strategy is? Like, what does that mean to you when somebody say, "Okay, give me a strategy"? What is strategy?
like a plan of execution,
Mm.
so, or a way of, getting to where you need to go. And I was even thinking about when you was talking about when you mentally drained and all that. Like that, it's like a blessing. Thinking about it, like, oh, God, go handle it. God, go ahead,
Uh,
God. That was a
yeah,
perfect moment to just put it all on him, because it's like when you don't have nothing else to give, like his strength is, shown in your weakness. So it's like that's the moment too. And I had to learn that this past week. Like, okay, I'm drained. I don't got nothing else. Like, this is all for you, guys, because you have no control over anything, really.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It seems like sometimes he let us get drained on purpose.
get
You
our
know,
attention.
yeah. Sometimes we get a little out of control with trying to do too much and
Mhm.
trying to get ahead of him. And the thing about it is, He won't put more on us than we can handle, and that's in the Bible. He will not put more on us than we can bear. So us being stressed out is us doing too much. Like, we doing too much and we need to stop. This is not, God ain't in a hurry. Whatever he got for us to do, he has made enough time for
Right.
us to do it. So we need to stop being in such a hurry. We need to stop cramming so much in one day. Like, somebody tried to get me to do something today, and it's like, I already got some other stuff to do. We're
Mhm.
doing this right now, and then later is some other stuff that I have to do. And it's like, I'm not. I can't give you my in between time in between the things that I have to do. I
Mhm.
need to take a nap. I need to rest my
Yes.
brain for a little bit. I need to not stare at a computer screen for a second. I just need to relax. Like,
Mhm.
and the thing is y'all, we in control. I mean, unless, don't get me wrong, depending on what kind of job you have, um, you know. But I know for me, I'm in control of my schedule. I'm in control of like what I accept and what I don't accept. So I just have to learn how to, the Bible says be anxious for nothing. And sometimes I think we get anxious. And then that's why we feel like we have to say yes to everything. Like, we don't want to miss nothing. Like, well, this might be the one thing to get me to the place that I'm trying to get to. And this might be the this for that. And it's funny because those moments where it was like a thing that got, I was so relaxed. Like, I remember one time I had auditioned at the mall, and I don't remember how old I was, but I had auditioned at the mall for this singing contest, and I was really like chill and just like I could have did it or not did it. Like, it was like, I can take it or leave it. Like, I don't have to do this. It's not a big deal, whatever. But I'm gonna do it, and we'll just see what happens. I promise you, every time I go into stuff with that attitude, it always works out so much better. And I enjoy it, and I'm relaxed, and I'm just like, and God makes sure that his plan works out. Because if his plan is for you to succeed in that thing that you're going after, you will succeed, you know,
Mhm.
and you will not lose your mind in the process. Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you do, that means you tried to do too much. Because
Mhm.
God don't work like that. He don't have you feeling all crazy and chaotic in your mind and stressed. We do this to ourselves. Some of us are overachievers, but it's definitely wrong. I go above and beyond. Okay, it's gotta be right. Like, I need to do more than what you asked me. Like, and it's not to make anybody else look bad or prove anything to anybody. That's just how I am. Like, I just like to do things a certain way with a certain quality. I'm a quality over quantity type of person. But we just gotta get a balance. Like, that's a good thing too to start praying for. Just a balance. Like, because I swear, like, the more things are happening like in my life, good things, like good things, the more I have to focus on balance,
Mhm.
and not even sometimes like not answering the phone every time somebody call, like, or not looking at every time somebody texts or every time my
Right.
phone makes a
Yep.
noise. It's like, no.
That bring more anxiety too. You like, okay,
Um,
you got to get rid of it. Like when.
oh man,
Yeah,
that's why
I
sometimes.
actually been learning that too lately because that like with school and other obligations and things, I'm like, okay, Tart, you got to narrow down, prioritize. Like you don't have to text them back right now. You can text them back later. You can call them later.
No. And they
You
gonna
can.
be all right.
Mhm.
Like they will be okay. Like, and I understand, like, sometimes we worry about, well, oh man, I don't want them to feel like I'm ignoring them. Da, da, da. Listen, I can't be worried about you right now. I have to worry
Mhm.
about my mental space right now. And if I can't talk to you right now, I'll talk to you later and it'll be fine. That's why most of the time my phone is either on silent or vibrate. My
Yeah.
phone is rarely on, like the sound is rarely on my phone. Like I don't like all them sounds. Like I don't want to hear it. I'll check it when I check it. Like
Right.
at this point, I'm realizing like it's time to set a time in the day for all of that. Checking emails, checking social media, and because for me, those are all part of my career and part of, you know, what I do for a living. So me checking social media is important. Me checking my email is definitely important, and I know that's important for most people, especially if your job emailing you stuff or if you got kids and your kids' school emailing, it's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. So, but you gotta just listen, set a time because
Yeah.
what we not gonna do is let people wear us out and
Mhm.
frustrate us and have us with our head hurting
Yeah.
and veins sticking out and
And like you talking about balance, I know you meant in the sense of, having your priorities and having time for rest and things like that. But I thought about just balanced thoughts in general. So like what you're saying, not stressing ourselves out. So not catastrophizing things. So like if you got, like with you with that competition, like you could have been like, what if I don't get this? What if like the world is not gonna end? Like
right.
you have so many options after that. And if you don't see those options, God will make a way for something else. So that's a mindset
Listen,
I've been trying to, like, you can have both. Like you can think like, oh, I want this, I really want this opportunity. And then you could say, but if I don't, I can do this. Or but if I don't,
every
God
single
has
time.
me. So it's like, that balance of thoughts. And like everything is
Yeah.
not one way or the other.
No, no, it's
Hmm.
not. You're right. And I really strive to have that mindset and live that type of life right now, currently, just God, whatever your will is, you know, and I'm comfortable with that because I know that he loves me and whatever his will is perfect for me. Like, so I don't have to worry about it. I can be relaxed and be okay. Even during all the stuff that's going on, everything is still fine. And he's been doing what he do. He's still been being the same God in my life that he has been. So, and I'm so grateful to be aware of that.
Yeah.
He loves everybody. He loves y'all. Y'all watching, he loves you. And you just got to be aware of it. That's all it is you got to actually open up your heart to receive it so you can be relaxed and you can rest in his perfect peace that surpasses all understanding. Okay, so on that note, we're gonna go on with the rest of our nice peaceful day. Worry free because
Hmm.
the day I already been planned out before we got up, so all
Hmm.
is well. And yeah, make sure you tune in Thursday night for a Bible study and also join us on Sundays at 11 a.m. and you can watch any of our virtual services on our website at dlgc.org, and you can click the Watch Live tab at the top, and it'll take you right to it. And then also, if you would like to go and watch some past messages, you can go to our YouTube channel, and that's Deeper Life Gospel Center on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next Tuesday for another Let's Talk
Talk.
Tuesday. Bye.